The boy excitedly showed his invention to his father. He stuck a small windmill into the ground. Then he removed the battery from a radio. To his surprise, the radio still played clearly. Seeing the shock on his father's face, he quickly explained that it was powered by wind. As long as wires were connected, the spinning blades could generate electricity and make the radio work. If they built a larger one, he said, it could even power a water pump. They could draw water from the well and irrigate their fields. It might even solve the long drought. But to finish the invention, he would need parts from his father's only bicycle. Even though the idea sounded impressive, his father thought it was unrealistic. He scolded the boy harshly. Those words completely enraged his father, a farmer who had never gone to school himself. In a burst of anger, he slammed the windmill onto the ground. Then he shouted at William, "From today on, I don't want to see you wasting time on these useless ideas. It's time you learned how to farm." After his father walked away, William stared at the broken invention he had worked so hard on. He could not hold back his tears. The next morning, he did what his father told him. He woke up early and went to the fields to work. He worked until noon before finally resting, but he never gave up learning. Whenever he had time, he helped people in the village repair their radios. This allowed him to After the game ended, he headed home. On the way, he accidentally saw his sister secretly dating the science teacher in their conservative village. This was something that could shame the entire family. The next day after school, William and his friends went to the teacher's bicycle. At first, they planned to damage the tires to teach him a lesson. But after thinking about it, kind-hearted William could not bring himself to do it. One of his friends then suggested another idea. Why not take the bike light? You could use it to study at night. William thought the idea sounded good, but when he tried to remove it, he noticed a small silver device connected to the light. When the pedals turned, the wheel rubbed against the device, and amazingly, the light came on. William was shocked them. The chief was brutally beaten. It was clear that the corrupt president had no intention of helping them. Once the situation became awkward, he quickly got into his car and left. At that moment, William's father finally understood the truth. No one was coming to save them. They could only rely on themselves. But because of the terrible weather, the family had harvested only a few ears of corn that year, and the next harvest was still a full year away. There was no way that little food could keep the whole family alive. With no other choice, his father removed the metal sheets from their roof and took them to town to sell. But when he arrived, he discovered something even worse. The price of grain had risen several times over. Just then, the radio broadcast another piece of news. The government was denying that any disaster had happened. Furious, William's father climbed onto a truck, heading to a protest in town. He told his wife and children to wait at home for good news. Determined to end the famine as soon as possible, William secretly slipped into the school library again. He told a female teacher about his plan. "If we can get the science teacher's generator," he explained, "we can pump water even during the dry season. Then we can grow food and no one will starve." After hearing his idea, the teacher thought it might actually work. She told William to find the science teacher, but when William reached the classroom, the teacher was not there. In fact, the science teacher was secretly meeting William's sister. They were planning to run away together. Inside the classroom, the principal had taken over the lesson. William quickly lowered his head, but it was too late. The principal had already spotted him.
Stand up!
My father will pay, sir.
You are stealing from the family of every remaining student in this school.
My father will pay, sir.
It turned out that the principal had never known. William had not paid his tuition. The science teacher had been hiding the truth. Now that the principal discovered William was attending school without paying, he was furious. On the spot, he expelled him. William was driven out of the classroom. The female teacher watched everything happen. She knew how much William loved learning. He was a bright and determined student, so she begged the principal to let William